Okay guys, I promised you I would eventually do the Glock 45, and here it is, the first 100. And by now, pretty much everybody has weighed in with some sort of a review or at least a presentation of some kind on the Glock 45. So we all know what it is. I'm not going to break any news for you today or show you anything you haven't already seen. The Glock 45 is essentially a slightly modified 19X. I'll talk a little bit about what those modifications are, but I'm going to save a lot of the details for a full review that I'm going to be doing very soon on Guns America. So I'll tell you when that's out, and you can go read that and watch the corresponding video, and we'll get all into the minutia. Today is just about doing our first 100, so it's about doing a lot of shooting, having a little bit of fun with it, and just seeing what I think organically as I put the first 100 or so rounds through the gun. One quick point I want to make, I very recently did a video on some LAX 10mm ammo and how disappointed I was, not so much with the problems I had with the ammo. Of course, nobody likes to have problems with ammo, but what I was really disappointed with and what the video was complaining about was a customer service issue. Well, I got contacted by LAX and they apologized profusely, as you know, not really surprised. You know, you get called on the carpet and you tend to apologize, but they made good on my order and they shipped me back the 10mm stuff. We'll see that in an upcoming video at some point when I get out here with a 10mm to try that out. But a couple of comments I got on my video were people who were very concerned, you know, hey, I just ordered a whole bunch of 9mm or, you know, 38 special or whatever the case might be from LAX, and, you know, should I be worried? Should I shoot it? Should I, you know, whatever. Me too. I've been buying ammo from LAX for years, and I've got a whole bunch of it. In fact, I just recently also had gotten 1,000 rounds of 9mm LAX ammo, and so I thought, well, why don't we break in the new Glock 45 with its first 100 using nothing but LAX ammo? So that's the goal. If for some strange, bizarre reason that I certainly don't expect, I have any problems with the LAX and I can't run it, I've got plenty of other ammo too, but my goal today is to shoot nothing but LAX ammo, at least 100 rounds, probably more, and I hope that'll give us a look at what they can do when they put their minds to it, and also maybe put your minds and my mind at ease. Okay, I got a whole bunch of mags, most of them preloaded, including 33 rounder with 30 rounds in it. Let's get started. I am 12 yards away from that tactical AR-500. Targets. AR-550 is the construction of that target. It is a mini ADAP. Very first shots with the Glock 45 in 9mm. This one has the night sights. I believe it is available 3 ways. Standard Glock sights, the put the ball through the goalpost look. Night sights, the Glock night sights, which this one has. And I believe there is a True Glow package available as well. You know, as Glocks go, this one is awful comfortable. And that's not a bad group, is it, for the first magazine full? I've actually got 120 rounds preloaded in all my magazines, so I'm going to shoot at least 120, maybe more, depending on how it goes. I did notice one of the magazines that came with this gun has a bit of a burr on the front, and it actually was interfering with my Maglula loader, so that's how I noticed it. Let's see if it offers any complaints when running. So, have we settled the question on why this gun exists, or are we all still asking? I'm not. I'm just curious if you are. So the Glock 19X, that everybody had a good laugh about, was a runaway hit and sold, from what I've heard, well over 100,000 copies. And of course, it was modeled after the entrant in the military trials, with the coloring, the flat dark earth, lanyard ring, and all that good stuff. But a lot of the things that made that gun a good option for military also make it a good option for local domestic law enforcement. They have a lot of similar needs. One of which is capacity. You want full capacity, and full grip is nice too, but you want that shorter slide. Concealed carry holders out there, bear with me for a minute. What makes this gun make sense is if you've got to ride in a duty holster, if you got to wear this gun in a duty holster and you got to get in and out of a vehicle all the time, you've got a seat belt right next to you, right where your gun is. You might have to wear a vest or a jacket for protection, and you want to keep it out of that. So the shortness of the length makes good sense for that type of duty. Also, the full grip makes sense for controllability and certainly for full capacity. So I never misunderstood why the gun existed. Thought it made good sense. Let's press on. As Gladys Knight says, keep on keeping on. Oh, hey, as long as I'm quoting people, I want to thank young Beretta from Beretta 9mm USA channel for reminding me that it is Glocktober. That's right. So it's fitting that we're out here shooting a new Glock, right smack in the middle of Glocktober. So to continue that discussion, I believe that the driving motivator for this particular gun, the 45, which is basically, everybody said it's just a G19 in black, pretty much. Some subtle differences. We do get the front serrations, and those of you who are really into front serrations are going to be happy about that. I don't live or die by them, but I don't mind them being there, and I will use them from time to time. We get rid of the G19 lip that stuck out over our magazine, making them incompatible with pre-Gen 5 magazines, or making them incompatible with Gen 5, excuse me, magazines. So now we have this gun that can take either Gen 5 or pre-Gen 5 magazines. We don't need the lanyard ring, so they took that out. I'm sure somebody, if not Glock themselves, will make that an accessory if you want one. I think that's kind of it, you know. And obviously the finish, going to that black NDLC finish, much more appropriate for law enforcement. It's a shooter. It is a shooter. I also want to thank my good friends at Multi-Holsters for providing the holster for me so quick for this Glock 45. It fits the Glock 45 and the Glock 19. It is my favorite style holster, and thank you very much, Multi-Holsters. All right, let's have a little bit of fun with a fun stick. See, it's not that big. Even the fun stick still sticks out. One of my viewers sent me the Glock 19X, if you recall, sometime last year. And I did my review on it, and I was really surprised how much I liked that gun and how much it wasn't just like every other Glock. This Glock 45 feels the exact same way to me. It's got a great balance. It is definitely a unique configuration, and I like it. And it is a shooter. This gun also has something that I discovered with the Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS, which I hadn't yet noticed in previous Gen 5s that I've shot, although they are the same, as is the 19X, and that is the ejector. Ejector has been redesigned and very, very much improved in my opinion. It throws the brass in a completely different pattern than it used to with Glock. Let me see if I can show you just what that ejection pattern looks like with a wide angle camera to my left. All right, well, that was 120 rounds, but I don't feel done yet. So I'm going to go a little bit more and give you guys some of the shots that I think you like, and we'll wrap it up. But this gun is absolutely a shooter. Is there a place for it in the Glock lineup? Yes, there is. Will it be popular? Yes, it will. It absolutely will. It'll be a popular law enforcement gun. I know there's contracts for it already, and I think there will be many more. And it's going to be a very popular civilian gun. Might be popular among competitors too. Who knows? But yeah, there's definitely a place for this gun. It's not just a gimmick gun. Okay guys, so that's it for my first 100, which actually has turned out to be about 250. 250 rounds of LAX 9mm ammo, 115 grain ball, zero problems, zero malfunctions. I have been inspecting my brass, which I'm keeping on a tarp over there where it's landing in pretty decent piles. No issues whatsoever. So for those of you who do have some LAX ammo on hand or just recently ordered or whatever, no need to worry. So this wraps up the first 250 today with this Glock 45, the new G45. I like it. I like the 19X way more than I thought I was going to. I like this one just as much. Again, if you want more detail, you want to see some accuracy testing and much more in-depth information about this gun, stay tuned in the not too distant future for my Guns America review, which will be full. Till then, happy Glocktober.